Hello students, now let's start with our new poem 2.4. Please listen. Author is unknown. Now see, this poem is very interesting. It's a perfect example of your age. You are between 13, 14 or 15. It is called as a adolescent age, and in between this age you don't know if you are big or if you are small. For your parents, sometimes they call you or said you that you are now grown up person, and sometimes they said that now you are little enough now, like that you don't understand what to do this time. In this age you can wear your parents footwears, you can wear your parents clothes. Physically you become big, and in some distance your feelings and your emotions are developed. You try to take decisions on your own self, but sometimes your parents interrupt or interfere in you. You try to converse with your parents, try to talk with your parents, but they do not understand, try to understand you. And at that time, what are your feelings? Here in this poem, our poet talk about it. Okay, see, well, line by line we are going to see this poem. See, when I ask you to listen to me and you start giving me advice, you have not done what I asked. Sometimes, whenever I am asking something to you, here I means a boy or a girl who is in the age of adolescent, and when a child asks something to his parents or her parents, parents do not listen him or her. Instead of that, they give advice to them. You have not done what I asked. You don't listen me carefully, only hear me and just try to give advice in back. I don't want that. When I ask you to listen to me and you begin to tell me why I shouldn't feel that way, you are trampling on my feelings. That time, how I feel, how this child feel when his parents or her parents can't listen him, can't understand his feelings, how they feel that they are trampling on his feelings. Trampling means shuffling his feelings. Do not try to understand his feelings, and that's why he feels strange. When I ask you to listen to me, and you feel you have to do something to solve my problem, you have failed me, strange as that may seem. See, I think that I can take decisions, but you think that I can't take decisions. That's why you try to solve my problems, and that's why I will fail in solving my problems, and it becomes strange for me. I can't take decisions because of that, and I try to take your advice, but instead of giving me instead of sharing my feelings with you, you are going on and going on giving me advice. See, like next line, listen. All I ask is that you listen. I don't want your advices. Only listen to me in this picture. I don't want to listen your advice. What are my expectations, that you must listen me only and try to uh, feel my feelings. Don't talk or do, just hear me, just hear me. Advice is cheap. 20 cents will get you both dear Abby and Billy Graham in the same newspaper. Advice is so cheap, anyone can give advice. It have no cost at all. Only for 20 cents we can get a newspaper from a market. And in newspaper, in columns, anyone, a person like Billy Graham and dear Abby can give advice. Okay, and I can do for myself. I am not helpless. Maybe discouraged and faltering, but not helpless. The child want to take his decision himself, and he want to talk to his parents, but parents suppose that he can't take decisions and can't think about it, and they suppose that he is helpless. But I am not helpless, the child says that. Maybe he is discouraged and faltering. Some mistakes will be there, or some setbacks will be there, but he want to take decisions. He want to think about that. When you do something for me that I can and need to do for myself, you contribute to my fear and inadequacy. Inadequacy means my setbacks, my whatever is less lack in my, and by giving me advices, you show my weaknesses to me, and that's why I can't go forward. See, then, but when you accept as a simple fact that I feel when I feel, no matter how irrational, then I can stop trying to convince you and get about this business and understanding what's behind this irrational feeling. See, in this age, sometimes your feelings are different than your parents' feelings, and for parents, they may be seem like irrational. Not we can call it as a not logical. That's why you can't accept it. But try to accept it. Try to convince you that I am in the stage of adolescence. Try to understand me, like that he want to say. And when that's clear, the answers are obvious, and I don't need advice. He don't need advice. Just his feelings are that you must understand him and try to share or try to understand his emotions. Irrational feelings make sense when we understand what's behind them. See, here writer says that what are the irrational feelings? Irrational feelings make sense when you try to understand them. See, perhaps that's why prayer works. At last, it's a very, very nice and perfect message from our poet. That's why prayers work sometimes for some people, because God is mute and He doesn't give advice or try to fix things. In when we go to temple, God can't give you advice in back. If you ask God, or if you demand something for a God, God can't talk to you. It's only listen to us. And one positive energy we got from God, and it's very good. God just listens and lets you work it out for yourself. And God also give you permission to do yourself whatever you want, and only God listens us. So please listen and just hear me. And if you want to talk, wait a minute for your turn, and I will listen to you. If you want to give me advice, wait a minute, listen me, and then give me advice in back. Okay, like that we had seen poem. What are the expectations from parents to this child or girl or boy is that parents must listen to them, listen their feelings, their emotions, and then give advice. But what happened nowadays, that without listening the feelings of a child, parents going on giving advices to the child. Then see appreciation of the poem. Title we know, author is unknown. About rhyme scheme, this poem have no rhyme scheme. It's a free verse poem. About figure of speech, repetition is there. Some lines are repeated again and again. And exclamation, exclamatory mark, we can see please listen. And about the central idea, the feeling of adolescent when parents give advice unnecessarily and without listening to child, how the child reacts here in central idea is given. uh, Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day, children.